Dear Lord, a little prayer I make. Oh, please to keep thy lovely eye on all poor creatures born to die. And every evening at sundown I ask a blessing on the town, for whether we last the night or no, I'm sure is always touch and go. We are not holy, bad, or good, who live our lives under milk-wood, and thou, I know, wilt be the first to see our best side, not our worst. Oh, let us see another day. Bless us this holy night, I pray. And to the sun we all will bow and say goodbye, but just for now.
Jack Black prepares once more to meet his Satan in the wood. He grinds his night teeth, closes his eyes, climbs into his religious trousers, their flies sewn up with cobbler's thread, and pads out, torched and Bibled, grimly, joyfully, into the already sinning dusk.
Off to Gomorrah!
And Lily Smalls is up to no good boyo in the wash-house. And Cherry Owen, sober as Sunday, as he is every day of the week, goes off happy as Saturday to get drunk as a deacon, as he does every night.
I always say she's got two husbands, one drunk and one sober.
And aren't I a lucky woman? Because I love them both.
Evening, Cherry.
Evening, Sinbad. What'll you have? Too much.
The Sailor's Arms is always open.
Sinbad suffers to himself, heartbroken.
Oh, gossamer, open you was.
Dusk is drowned forever until tomorrow. It is all at once night now. The windy town is a hill of windows, and from the lapped waves the lights of the lamps in the windows call back the day and the dead that have run away to sea. All over the calling dark, babies and old men are bribed and lullabied to sleep.
Hush-a-bye, baby, the Sandman is coming. Rock-a-bye, grandpa, in the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. Down will come grandpa, whiskers and all.
Or their daughters cover up the old unwinking men like parrots, and in their little dark in the lit and bustling young kitchen corners, all night long they watch beady-eyed the long night through, in case death catches them asleep. Unmarried girls alone in their privately bridal bedrooms powder and curl for the dance of the world. They make, in front of their looking-glasses, haughty or come-hithering faces for the young men in the street outside at the lamp-lit leaning corners who wait in the all-at-once wind to wool and whistle. The drinkers in the Sailor's Arms drink to the failure of the dance.
Down with the waltzing and skipping.
Dancing isn't natural.
Righteously says Cherry Owen, who has just downed 17 pints of flat, warm, thin, Welsh, bitter beer. Mr. Waldo, in his corner of the Sailor's Arms, sings.
In Pembroke City, when I was young, I lived by the castle keep. 6 a week was my wages for working for the chimney sweep. 6 cold pennies he gave me, not a farthing more or less, and all the fare I could afford was parsnip gin and watercress. I did not need a knife and fork or a bib up to my chin to dine on a dish of watercress and a jug of parsnip gin. Did you ever hear a growing boy to live so cruel cheap? on grub that has no flesh and bone, and liquor that makes you weep. Sweep, sweep, chimbley, sweep, I wept through Pembroke City, poor and barefoot in the snow, till a kind young woman took pity. Poor little chimbley sweep, she said, black as the ace of spades. Oh, nobody swept my chimbley since my husband went his ways. Come and sweep my chimbley, come and sweep my chimbley, she sighed to me with a blush. Come and sweep my chimbley, come and sweep my chimbley, bring along your chimbley brush. Lovely one.
A farmer's lantern glimmers, a spark on Llaregib hillside. Llaregib Hill, writes the Reverend Jenkins in his poem room,
Llaregib Hill, that mystic tumulus, the memorial of peoples that dwelt in the region of Llaregib before the Celts left the land of summer, and where the old wizards made themselves a wife out of flowers.
Blind Captain Cat climbs into his bunk. Like a cat, he sees in the dark. Through the voyages of his tears, he sails to see the dead.
Dancing Williams.
Still dancing.
Jonah Jarvis.
Still.
Curly Bevan Skull.
Rosie with God, she has forgotten dying.
The dead come out in their Sunday best. Listen to the night breaking. Organ Morgan goes to chapel to play the organ. He plays alone at night to anyone who will listen. Lovers, revelers, the silent dead, tramps, or sheep. He sees Bach lying on a tombstone.
Johann Sebastian.
Oh.
Johann Sebastian, mighty Bach. Oh, Bach, Bach.
So well with you,
says Cherry Owen, who is resting on the tombstone on his way home. Mr. Mogg Edwards and Miss Mavanui Price, happily apart from one another at the top and the sea end of the town, write their every night letters of love and desire. In the warm white book of Llaregib, you will find the little maps of the islands of their contentment.
Oh, my Mog, I am yours forever.
And she looks around with pleasure at her own neat, never-dull room, which Mr. Mogg Edwards will never enter.
Come to my arms, Mavanui.
And he hugs his lovely money to his own heart. And Mr. Waldo, drunk in the dusky wood, hugs his lovely Polygata under the eyes and rattling tongues of the neighbors and the birds. And he does not care. He smacks his live red lips. But it is not his name that Polygata whispers as she lies under the oak and loves him back. 6 feet deep that name sings in the cold earth.
But I always think, as we tumble into bed, of little Willie Wee, who is dead, dead, dead.
The thin night darkens. A breeze from the creased water sighs the streets close under milk-waking wood. The wood, whose every tree-foot's cloven in the black glad sight of the hunters of lovers, that is a God-built garden to Mary Ann sailors, who knows there is heaven on earth, and the chosen people of his kind fire in Llaregib's land. That is the fair day farmhands' wantoning, ignorant chapel of bridesbeds, and to the Reverend Eli Jenkins, a green-leaved sermon on the innocence of men. The suddenly wind-shaken wood springs awake for the second dark time, this one spring day.